Hey everybody, Graz from the GKBC, and I am here to talk to you about a graphic novel. I haven't done one of these in a little bit, and this is number 98 on the list of the top 100. It is I Kill Giants. I don't know why I closed that. I'm going to use that for a minute. This is number 98 on the list, and it is written by Joe Kelly, and the artist is J.M. Ken Niimura. It was published in the years 2008 and 2009 by Image. Now what I'm going to do is the ears, which I hope you can see, and this amazing hammer are part of the props from this. I'll talk about them. But what I'm going to do is I ordered a special edition of this book, and I'm going to open it for you. See, it's unopened. I'm going to open it for you, and we're going to talk about the edition I have, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on the book. I'm not really going to do a review because there's lots of reviews of this out there. It's pretty popular. There's a movie made, so it got more popular, and there's really no point in me reinventing the wheel or attempting to. So I'm just going to give you a few of my thoughts and then explain the props. But let's open this bad boy and see how great it is. Nothing up my sleeve. Tell me if you remember what that's from, by the way. Anybody out there? A little bit dirty, but that's okay. I don't mind that. And I got some bubble wrap. We'll use that. But yeah, I got the Titan edition of this. It's not in great shape. Didn't really need it to be. Just kind of wanted it to be, you know, on the shelf. On the back it says keep your giants tied up, so that's kind of neat. But if you look at the cover, you immediately see why the ears are important. And she's holding a giant hammer. But what's neat is somewhere in here, she pulls the hammer, which she calls Kowaleski, out of her bag. Here it is. And it's just a tiny little hammer. Do you see that right there? The tiny little hammer? Is it in the thing?
Barely. Can you push it a little closer? Yes.
Okay. So that's why the props. She always wears the animal ears and the tiny hammer. Okay, so this book, see, I'll just put it right here, and if you can see it, you can see it. You might not be able to because we have a different camera angle, but that's okay. Lucky I looked, it was falling. So, I Kill Giants is basically Barbara is a giant killer. She's the loner, right? She's bullied, and there's a monster that lives in her house, and she's setting up traps by the beach to catch the giants when they come. And it all kind of comes together at the end, and it really works. And I really can't wait to watch the movie, but I've actually been waiting to watch the movie till I did this. I guess I should have watched it first, so that I could have done like the like I did with The Shining and all that, but that's okay. Anyway, I think that the characters in this are really well done. Like, Barbara's bullied, but she does fight back, and it's a perfect representation that the advice we got when we were younger is bullcrap. Oh, bullies are just big cowards, and they only pick on you until you fight back. So if you fight back, they won't pick on you anymore. Okay, that's only true some of the time. Because a lot of the time, and I've had this experience myself, if you try to fight back, they just fight harder. Because how dare you pick on them and ruin their stature. So they eat that loss, and then they come back and they destroy you harder. Excuse me. And that's what Barbara's bully, whose name is Taylor, does. Oh man, you want to go into the book and just rip Taylor's head right off. She is that evil. Anyway, but yeah, the characters are done well. The social worker slash school psychologist that talks to Barbara is really sweet and nice. The gym teacher is a nightmare, which is kind of what a lot of gym teachers are. I'm sorry if you're a gym teacher, but trust me, the kids in your class probably look at you as a tyrant, even though you don't think you are. Kids don't need you to make them tougher. They're already as tough as they're almost ever going to be. Barbara makes a friend. I can't remember her name right now. It's not really all that important. She plays Dungeons and Dragons, which is really cool. She's a really wicked dungeon master. Her brother and sister are there. Like, the older sister kind of takes care of the family, and she's really worn out from working, and it kind of shows. And then Taylor shows up on the beach where Barbara's traps for the giants are, and she destroys the traps. And then immediately a giant shows up, and Barbara says, "Oh no, that's not a giant, that's a Titan." Titan edition. And the battle between Barbara and the Titan is amazing. Kowaleski doesn't come out of the bag small when it matters. It comes out full bore. Here's the Titan. That's the Titan that she fights. And this is the best, one of the better scenes in the book, because it's when Kowaleski is fully realized, which is amazing. And what's really cool, actually, that I thought, because I'm a big baseball fan and a big fan of baseball history, more so because the modern game really does suck, is that Barbara has named her hammer after Stanley Kowaleski, who pitched in the 1910s. And in one series against the New York Giants, Kowaleski beat him 3 games. And he was nobody until then, and that made him almost a national hero. And he's actually in the Hall of Fame, which is really cool. So she named her hammer after him, and that's kind of neat because it shows a really obscure thirst for knowledge. Something like that, thirst for obscure knowledge, or both, really. Because how many kids really seek out that kind of stuff? And I liked that little bit. But all in all, the artwork is amazing. It's mainly in black and white. It's kind of stark, and everything, but it's really awesome. And there's sketches in here in this edition, because this is, I paid for the sketches, and it's got scripts for issues 1 and 7. It's a little dirtier than I expected, but I don't care. It means it's been read, and I like that. But anyway, that's number 98 in the top 100 graphic novels of all time, 2017 edition. And I say this a lot. I'm going to say this a lot. I honestly don't understand how this is only number 98. Maybe when this is all done, I'll make my own list. Who knows if anybody really wants me to do that. I mean, I'm already going through them all. But, I mean, I Kill Giants is number 98. Tad and I are reading Saga as a buddy read, and Saga's number 53. So, and that's one of the best things I've ever read, is Saga. So I don't understand how they made this list. I guess I'm gonna maybe read the opener, but that's I Kill Giants. Titan edition. I'm really proud of this. It's out of print, so you have to find it on used on Amazon or on eBay, and it's a little pricey. I mean, I'm not talking like huge amounts, but spent $55 on this. And really, with my 12-12-12 challenge going for my monthly reading, that's almost a month's worth of books. You know, these little paperbacks that I have. But I felt that it was kind of worth it because I'm going to try and make a shelf of these top 100 in special editions or nice editions like this. You know, so that's that. Quick reading update, such as it is. It is, as of right now, let me see. It is still March 12th. Late on March 12th. But it's still March 12th. And I'm barely halfway through my third book of the month. I've read The Eight by Catherine Neville, Let the Right One In by John Lindquist, and I'm halfway through The Last Werewolf by Glenn Duncan. It's not that they're not good books. They are very good books. And I really have enjoyed them. It's just, excuse me, I'm kind of trudging this month in reading, where normally in the reading aspect I run. So I'm sure I'll pick it back up. It's just I've been very, very low energy. I don't even want to strain my head by reading. So, but anyway, that's my reading update. I guarantee you I will pick it back up, and I might not finish all the books that I put in my TBR, but I'll make a good run. I always do. Anyway, so this is I Kill Giants, number 98 of my list. Top 100 of all time graphic novels from 2017. Not all from 2017. It's the 2017 edition of the magazine that I found. Tuesday. Well, let me back up. Tomorrow, Monday, I will put out the next edition of my Saga buddy read with Tad. At Tad Reads Books and Stuff. And then Tuesday, a nice treat. AJ and the Grozmother have taped. It's hard, I'm an old school, taped. The Give My Regards to Broadway tag, where we were tagged by Bart J. Gilbertson. And I will put both Tad and Bart's channels below. I'm sure you all know who they are. If you're watching me, you know them. But yeah, Tuesday will be that tag. So, and then in the far future, not far, but like next week, next Tuesday, one of us will do the trope tag that we were tagged in by Wicked Pluto. So, and then the next tag after that will be one that we create. The daughter came up with the idea, and we just haven't done it yet, but we're going to. So, I guess that's the update for tonight. I will see you tomorrow with Saga. And this was I Kill Giants Titan Edition. if you've read this, let me know if you liked it or didn't in the comments. I love to talk about books. I love the comments. Just don't be a dick, because if you're rude on purpose for no other reason than to stand on a pedestal and lecture, then I might not. At best, I'll ignore you. At worst, I'll delete it. I don't like doing that, but I have recently had to report somebody for what was close to bullying. But anyway, and if you haven't read this but want to, let me know. You know, and I tried really hard to keep it mainly spoiler free. Like, you know, I kind of stuck to the cover a little bit. You kind of get the idea of what's going on. I didn't really give away many of the plot points. So, but okay, until next time, which will be tomorrow, read more.